Well, I have to thank you. You said I'm a pioneer. I'm not just a pioneer. I became the first national president of the Association of Licensed Customs Agents in 1986. In fact, the formation of an ALCA started from my office. And I was the leader of a few people that was going from one office to the other before we put together an ALCA. So, after which the election took place, and I became its first national president. So apart from that, I need to explain that because pioneering, yes, but as the first national president, that is Dr. Rafiu Ladipo. And an ALCA is an association of those of us who believe that there was need for cohesion. There was need to reshaping the damaged image of the clearing agents. Actually, nobody is called a clearing agent. Clearing agencies are companies that are licensed by the Board of Customs to practice the trade of clearing. The trade of clearing. Therefore, we employ staff. They are staff of the clearing agencies. So we thought there was need for us because everybody in the country then saw a clearing agent as a fraud, as people that have no good means of living, no education, and so every rubbish that was happening in the ports were laid at the doorsteps of the clearing agencies. And we took up that decision to say, look, it was time for us to correct it. That was how we started. And thank God today it has become a well known and respected association. We had an association that we felt that all the managing directors of such companies are members, where decision as to clearing, as to importation is taken. As at the time I was the president, government of this country would not implement any policy unless they call us to a meeting where we brainstorm, we agree with customs, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and maybe some representatives of importers. Once the government decided to say they wanted to do anything, they will invite us. Then members will come up we talk about it, and we go to government to put across our views. And government was listening then. Okay. Even at a point when the port was congested due to the then newly introduced import duty report scheme started, the association came together and told government that it was wrong for government to make a decision today and implement it immediately. We advised government that they should give the Nigerian importers a grace of time to be able to clear the backlog of goods that had arrived in the port, and then give them when the import duty report scheme will start. Then we were given 2 weeks, and everybody around the country were told to go and clear their goods at the old rate. After 2 weeks, they started implementing that. There were a lot of things.
Okay.
And let me, because you said why, what do we have in mind?
Yes.
We were seeing ourselves as participants in the real economic situation of Nigeria, whereby our advice will help Nigeria, will help the economy. And we were also talking to our people how not to be a clearing agent that can be tagged dubious. Clearing agents are noble people. They are people who will collect your documents. When you import a consignment and the bill of lading and the documents for the shipping documents, shipping invoices, bill of lading are prepared for you as an importer. When you get hold of those documents, you will consign them, they endorse it to a clearing agency who becomes the temporary owner of such goods. Even the custom duty you are going to pay will be given to the clearing agent. The MPA charges, the shipping company charges, the driver charges will be given to the clearing agent, who disburses all this money to all the various bodies, and then in the end clear your goods, deliver them to you intact. No problem. So that is a noble person. He is not ready to make away with your money. He is not ready to make away with your goods. That is the job of a clearing agent. And when I was a president, we felt that even for you to be a clearing agent, you could be a professor. You still need to go through the scheme, through the school. So what we were thinking then was to put together a school whereby would-be clearing agents will be trained, and then certificates will be issued to them, because it's not just a job that you just leave the school, carry bags and say you are a clearing agent. No, it's not. That was what we had in mind. Well, quite very unfortunate. There has been crisis in America in the last few years, and myself as a president, first president, despite whatever happens, I feel very uncomfortable. And as an association I was party to form, and I was its first national president, who will be involved in this kind of crisis, leadership crisis. Fight today, fight tomorrow. Court today, court tomorrow. It's not an ideal situation. So I felt disturbed when I heard of it, and I decided to now say, look, enough should be enough. What are we looking at? Are we building an association that will destroy itself, or an association that will become a pride to all of us? So, with the crisis, I am not happy, and I've decided to wade into it. I don't think so, I believe so. I don't just think so. It has reduced Analka to almost ground zero. An association that was respected by all and sundry, getting itself involved in crisis all the time, fighting all over the place, going to court all the day. It's not right. That is a story for another day.
We would like to hear the story.
Because if I tell you, I put that behind me, because Analka was one. But somehow, there was a coup, a palace coup. But I told you, I have forgotten it, because I've moved on. I've moved on. Moving on, maybe if I'm still there, I wouldn't have been who I am today. Because I will remember at a point where even when the coup was done against me, and I was removed, I had a challenge. The challenge was, I got home. When I got home, my wife told me, I was thinking, I was crying. And my wife asked me, what is the problem? I told her. I said, don't bother yourself. Use what they have lost for the Nigerian Football Supporters Club. And that is why I had to put everything I had into developing supporters club. Supporters club is all over the world today. Perhaps if I'm still there, I wouldn't be. I'm not just a national figure. I'm an international figure. I have offices in almost all the countries of the world. It's not all about me. It's about the good legacy you are leaving behind. Wherever I go all over the world, I am recognized. I'm appreciated. That notwithstanding, I still believe that I started making my money from the ports. And I still make money, even not more, from the ports. I could not afford to see this association that we founded in 1986 now being destroyed gradually. Analka of 1958 was an enterprise. Let it be told. It was an enterprise. But this is an association that was founded and got registered with the CAC. And I became its first president, national president. So there is a big difference. Very worried. Very worried. It started, we thought it was going to be a thing, a small thing that we handled and resolved. The practitioners, the executives within themselves never listened to each other. And that has brought Analka down to its knees. I'm not happy. And I believe all the past presidents, because after me was Kamba. After Kamba was Chris Mattel, Elochukwu, Shitu, Inua Mohammed, and the rest. I think all the past presidents would not be happy to see that that association they were leading is now messed up in crisis. We started it. Okay. It's not an easy thing. The two warring factions, Tony Ju and Mustafa Mohan. Then we have Tayo Yeni and the rest. I believe that there is need for us to say the truth, bring the two together. Nobody holds a position forever. And life is not even about position, it is what you put in it. Even if you, as an ordinary member of an association, you can even do better than the president. If you are focused, if you are determined, if you are committed and forward looking, you can get all these things done. So I believe there is need for me, as the first national president, to wade into this. And I'm going to carry along all the other past presidents. Have met with Tony Ju, have met with Dr. Taiwo Afolabi, I've met with Kayode Fanito, I've spoken to Elochukwu. That's on one hand. I've been able to speak to Tayo Yeni, Ariyo, Assis, and the rest. And I believe the two of them, the two factions, warring factions, are now getting together to agree that there is need for peace. I made them to know that if there was no need for peace, there would have been no need for me to wade into this, because if I have to go back and start thinking of what happened to me, I'll just keep quiet. But it's not necessary. It's about what good things you are able to do. By the time we are no longer living, the legacies would have been there. So we need to come together. And I went to Analka office. I met with Fanito and his people. And I spoke to them. I asked them a question. This matter that is on ground, do you believe it can be resolved? They said yes. Do you believe that there is somebody that can resolve it? They said it is you, Dr. Rafiu Ladipo. And I called Taye and Oyariyo. Taye was seated on that same chair you are sitting here in this office. And I asked him, do you believe that this matter can be resolved? He said, Doctor, let me tell you, I have a lot of respect for you. I believe this matter can be resolved. If it is not you, I probably would not be listening. But since it is you, you are our first president, we must listen to you. With those two sentences coming from these two warring factions, I believe we will resolve. Last week I was talking to them. There is no rigidity in anything. The two of them have reasons to be talking. But there are more reasons for us to come together and resolve the crisis. If you say a crisis cannot be resolved, who knows tomorrow? You that is saying no today may not even be there tomorrow when it will be resolved. And what legacy are you going to put behind you? So I don't believe we cannot resolve it. Particularly that now that I have asked them questions. I'm on their platform. I contribute all the time now. Before I wasn't. Because of this new innovation that I have taken in trying to resolve. A lot of good things are coming out, which I'm not ready to say now. But what I want to say is that it will be resolved. It must be resolved. It will be resolved. No matter how long it takes, I will commit my time to resolving this crisis. And by the grace of God, we will get it resolved. This matter did not start today, so it cannot end today. This matter started years ago. If it takes me another 2 months to resolve it, or 3, fine. The most important thing is to get it resolved. The question is so simple. In a situation like this, there was what they call compromise. You have to put things down for people to see which one is this, which one is that. What are you ready to leave? What are you ready to give? By way of compromise. We will. Tony Iju and Barrington, they were elected as president and vice president. Their executives should be allowed to run their tenure for 4 years. The matter at stake is the BOT. Yeah. Thank God the court has given it its ruling. As it is now, it's like there is no BOT. Some people believe, yes, we registered. Some people said no. But what I want to say is that I was advising them, if your membership is 9, let us see how we can distribute the 9 between the two factions. If you don't want to do that, you can even increase it. And let everybody that has contributed to this association be relevant. It's about relevance. And there must be a tenure. Once the tenure says 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, of course there's nothing like 5 years. 2, 3 years. If you are there after 3 years, if you want to go back, you go for another election. If you win, so be it. If you lose, you are still relevant. So that is just it. It's about the BOT. It's not about the presidency of the association. The presidency election took place some time ago. I think they are doing almost their 3rd year now. Yes. And that means in another 1 year, we'll be trying to organize another election. They must be allowed to run. I mean, Tony Iju, Farrington, and the rest. Let them run their tenure of office. But let's look at the BOT again. Let us have people of character, substance, people who have the love for what we are doing to be in that board, and that will solve this.